Ms. Brown, you say the only thing that matters to you today is the future of your 1-year-old daughter, Sanaya.
Yes, Your Honor.
You state you're here to prove the defendant, Mr. Rutledge, is her biological father because she needs 2 parents, yet he's seen her only once in her life.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rutledge, you say despite Ms. Brown's denial, there are indeed other men that could be her child's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your sister, Ms. Rutledge, is also involved in this case, and we'll hear more from her shortly. So, Ms. Brown, why are you so sure Mr. Rutledge is your daughter's father?
Yes, Your Honor. Me and Mr. Rutledge, you know, we had sexual relations and things like that. And my doctor told me that I conceived May 25th, which was Memorial Day, which I was over there at his mother's house. She left to go to a cookout and everything. And me and him, you know, had sexual relationships on that day. I did not have sex with anyone else on that day. Did not have sex with anyone else around that time. Now, yes, you know, before me and Mr. Rutledge got serious, I did, you know, I had relations with other people, but never around the time that I conceived, or never around the time that I got pregnant. So, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Mr. Rutledge, she gave a pretty clear account of her version of the story. Do you agree with that?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Please tell me what your side of the story is.
Well, first of all, me and Ms. Brown was never in a relationship. It was only sexual relationship. I met Ms. Brown from, she was seeing my cousin, they was dating for a while. After they broke up, they split up, whatever. She got with my other cousin, had a one night stand with him. Departed from him, got with my brother. Now, let me tell you this. When she got with my brother, she ran the same story on my brother and told my brother that she was pregnant by him. She tells my brother that, oh, I need you to give me money for a morning after pill.
Ms. Brown, you left these facts out.
Yes, I left them out, Your Honor, because they're not facts. First of all,
okay,
you don't have to pay for a morning after pill because everyone knows that a morning after pill is free whether you have insurance or not. So I never would say, can you pay for a morning after pill? As far as me having one night stands and all that with his cousins, if he felt that I had one night stands with his cousin or his brother, why would you turn around and have unprotected sex with me? I never was that type of person. He knew who I was, he knew how I was, he knew everything before, before we started even messing with each other because we had mutual friends, we were around each other. He had a chance to get to know me and everything, and as you can see, he still decided to have contact with me, so obviously I couldn't have been that much of a bad person that he's stating right now. And he claims that we were just friends and it was never that serious, it was just sexual relations. If it was just sexual relationships, why were your clothes at my house?
What?
He was always at my house until he went missing for like 4 days. And, I didn't know where he was at because usually he would at least text me or call me even if he didn't come over. And like out of nowhere, like for 4 days straight, I didn't hear from him or anything. And he came back out of nowhere, new sneakers, dressed and everything. Now, mind you, in the midst of everything, I went on Facebook and seen pictures of him and his daughter's mother together. So I'm like, okay, so this is where he's at. I'm all upset and everything. So I couldn't wait till he came so I can, talk junk to him about what was going on. And when he came in the house thinking everything was okay, I'm like, no, you was just, with your child's mother. You were gone, where were you? And he got mad because I was questioning him, and that's when, the drama started, and he like, oh, you're not my girlfriend. And that's when I found out. From my knowledge, I'm 22 years old. He's about to be 31 in September. I didn't know. He could have made that quite clear, that we weren't in a relationship. I didn't know. I only knew what I was being led to believe. If someone's coming over your house every day, sleeping with you, or, coming over, calling you, texting you, and leading you to believe you're their girlfriend, of course you're going to think that I'm a woman. Why would I not?
So, Mr. Rutledge, you've now heard that part of the story. Do you agree with that?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
How did I guess? So in your estimation, this was just a casual sexual relationship?
And that's all it was. That's all she good for.
Your Honor, Your Honor,
Let's be respectful, Mr. Rutledge.
Okay,
Let's be
I'm
respectful.
Your
sorry,
Honor, can I just say this?
apologize.
He says that that's all I'm good for, but I must have been good for a lot because he used to ride his 9-year-old daughter peking gray bike to my house all the time with his 30-year-old son. I have no reason to sit there and have to lie, or I'm not gonna come here and lie or anything like it. I know what I used to be, and I have changed a lot. And also in the same breath, like I said, I'm 22 years old.
When you say I know what I used to be, what do you mean?
Yes, back when I was like, younger, I did, used to be wild. I mean, like partying, drinking, hanging out, stuff like that. And, I've been through a lot in my life, and it was to the point where I wasn't really feeling like I was loved. So I would say I would look for love in different places. It may not have been the right way that I was doing it, but I did, and I can admit to that. But that was in the past.
And I'm happy you got yourself together. But I need to ask you, when you were looking for love in all the wrong places, and you were maybe being a little more sexually promiscuous than you are now,
right?
Was this at all during the window of conception?
No.
So that he could maybe be doubtful about the paternity?
No. I'm not saying that, he should, he should just be so sure. I'm not saying that at all. But I know for a fact that around the time that I conceived, I didn't have sex with no one else.
So when you found out you were pregnant, you told Mr. Rutledge?
I told his sister first, Mrs. Rutledge.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. All right, so you told his sister first.
Yes.
How did that conversation go?
I just told her I was pregnant. She kind of was in shock and stuff, and she just let me know, like, you do know, like, if you decide to keep this baby, it's a chance that you're gonna go through it by yourself, because he does have other multiple children. But when I told her that I was pregnant, after I told her, I called Mr. Rutledge. I called him and let him know, like, yes, I'm pregnant. I told him actually to come to the house first. I'm like, we need to talk. He like, talk about what? So I'm like, I'd rather you come here and talk to you in person. He like, no, what is it? So I told him like, I'm pregnant. So he kind of got quiet for a little bit. He like, you pregnant? He like, so what you gonna do? Then he like, never mind, I'll be over there. Which like probably like 30 minutes to an hour later, he came over there on his daughter's peking gray bike and wanted to know, what was going on. So about the pregnancy. So, he didn't believe me at first. So I had to show him the paper. I showed him the paper and everything. Like, see, I'm pregnant. And basically he was just like, he already got kids. He don't know what I'm gonna do. He really kind of leaned towards me getting an abortion. He wanted me to get an abortion. But he was like, but if she's mine, he always kept saying like, if she's mine. So he's like, but if she's mine, I will take care of her.
So Mr. Rutledge, when you heard from Ms. Brown, what did she say to you?
Like she said, I went over to her house and everything, and we talked about her or whatever, and I told her that I wanted a DNA test.
And that was because you were doubtful from the start?
From the beginning.
So at that point, what real proof did you have to be doubtful?
I used to pick Jasmine up, Miss Brown, from dude's house. She be around me texting dudes. This is my friend, this is my homeboy, we just cool, this and that. And first of all, it was never about the baby. It was all about she wanted to be with me. She don't care whether the baby mine or not.
So when you gave birth to Sanaya, did Mr. Rutledge, did he show up to the hospital?
No, his sister, Mrs. Rutledge, was there when I had the baby. She was there like every day while I was in the hospital. She was there. She sent her mother pictures, and I guess she sent Mr. Rutledge pictures, and he called, and he told her that he hopes my baby die, and that he don't want my baby around other children. And that's something that came out of her mouth. Now she wants to stand here and try to act like she's the best sister in the world.
Your Honor.
But everything that I know that he said about me, mostly she told me. Just like he said he didn't want my daughter around his other kids, that came out her mouth.
Okay.
No.
And breathe, Miss Brown. Just breathe. Is this true? I have to ask you,
Honor,
Mr. Rutledge.
I'm gonna tell
you. Please don't tell this court you said something vile.
I would never say that. I have kids of my own. She said, I hope the baby dies. I'm not gonna tell you what she told me about my kids. She came to my mom's house, said she was gonna leave her daughter on the doorstep of my mom. I said, don't do that because I'm not there, no one's there. She said, I don't care, man, I'm coming there. She took a picture of the door and sent it to my phone.
Your Honor, first of all,
that she was there
Your Honor,
with
actually,
the baby, and she was gonna drop the baby off.
Your Honor, actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not. The day that I took the picture of his door was not the day that I so-called told him something like that. I took a picture. I came to his house because me and him had got into it on the phone. He telling me, oh, she don't look nothing like me. That's not my daughter. And yes, I was enraged. I was very upset. If somebody tell you they hope your child die and stuff, you're gonna lose lose all respect that you have for them.
I
He
don't
doesn't
care
deserve
what
any
the
respect.
problem, what the rage, what the issue is. I don't know how the two of you can be having conversations that contain statements like, I hope your baby dies and I'm gonna run some kids over with a car.
May I say something?
That's just disgusting. So, Ms. Brown, as I listen to you, your concern is not just what transpired during this time, but also the fact that now that your child is here and he knows it's a possibility he could be the child's father, your concern is he hasn't come around.
I don't
Correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I don't expect him. He doesn't have to go through me to see her.
I was the one who told her
Sit
she
down.
had no business dealing with him, being that he already had 5 kids, 4 different baby mothers. She already knew that.
right.
I'm the one who told her that.
But, Your Honor-
I'm the one who told her to stay away from
All
my
right.
brother, but she
did.
kept on communicating with him. So
Okay.
when she took it upon herself, she's a grown woman. I'm not gonna keep telling you anymore.
I understand your statement. I'd like to hear from your witness, Ms. Brown. Please stand, ma'am. And state your name for the court.
LaKanya Brown.
Ms. Brown, what do you understand about this situation?
Some stuff that she's saying not true, and a lot of stuff that they saying not true. That's
a
my
lie.
niece, and I love her, but what's real is real. And at the end of the day, I feel like if you know it's a possibility that this is your baby, then why not? And yes, when my niece was running the streets and partying and doing what she did abandon her kids.
She's pregnant now.
And she left her
That's
kids.
not none of your business.
She
Have a
left her
baby so you can
kids.
stop worrying about
She's
mine.
pregnant now,
And
but
she-
she's not wild.
So what? But why
Let's
are you
get
worried?
some order.
You worry about the wrong things. Get some business
You
so you
right.
can stay out of mine.
Let's get some order.
But I was taking care of your business.
No, you wasn't.
Yes, I was. You and your
You
children.
wasn't. You never was.
Let the judge speak. Let her talk.
I apologize,
Continue,
Your
Ms.
Honor.
Brown.
I did call Child Protective Services on my niece, and it was because she had left her children at my mom's house with me and my mother. But it was not a removal situation. It was a situation for her to woman up. Like, these are your children, and you need to take responsibility for your children. And at the end of the day, Shawanda was involved. And I called Shawanda, Miss Rutledge. I called Miss Rutledge to come over so we could talk with the CPS worker to try to find out what we were going to do as far as Sanaya is concerned. And gave Mr. Rutledge the opportunity to take a DNA test in our hometown.
Ms. Brown, you said in your testimony just a second ago that you offered to have the defendant, Mr. Rutledge, take a DNA test in your home state.
Yes, I told his sister, I went down to our courthouse, I got the paperwork, and she said, well, I don't know if he's gonna go take it. And he never showed up to take the test.
He never
was
showed
two
up.
times.
Why,
It was-
Mr. Rutledge? Why not take the test?
She never showed up.
It was
and took
2
the test.
times that
I
he was
came
supposed.
up.
It was just recently, Your Honor. She just had to go to court again for him, and he didn't show up.
Ma'am, the first one he was notified
first
because
one.
I
The
actually
first
met
one I was.
with her aunt. She gave me the paperwork. She told me that they were filing for paternity. I told her that I would go ahead and relay it to him, which I did. When the day of the court came, neither one of them showed.
The first one, Jasmine showed up. The second one, neither one of them showed up.
Let's make something clear, because it's not a lot of talking, but I
It's
just
a
don't
lot
feel
of
like
drama
we're
with
getting
these
anywhere.
people.
It's a lot of drama with
You know,
these people.
Jerome, it's like we're running into a brick wall over and over again, and I just keep thinking about Sanaya saying to myself, if I'm this frustrated, what kind of nonsense is this baby living in? Miss Rutledge, do you really believe he's her child's father?
I believe there's a possibility. Do I believe 100%? No, because like I said, she was in and out of my home as well. She was there at my home as well. And I physically witnessed her talking to other men.
So you had
I
a
can't
strong
say for
doubt.
sure that 100%. But the reason why I was involved, because I felt obligated. My brother did have sex with her. So there is a possibility that Sanaya might be his daughter.
And so, Mr. Rutledge, are you hoping Sanaya is your daughter? Because I'm not reading any emotion or commitment or anything from you as it relates to this child.
It's just the character. It's just the character of her. Like, I would be happy if she is mine, but at the same time, I would be sad because the mother that she has to grow up with. You understand what I'm saying? Because she been through a lot.
I just don't understand, though, because when you lay down with somebody with no protection,
Right,
on more than one occasion,
right.
are you allowed to get up later and talk about their character?
Right.
After after you potentially made a child with them? I mean, I'm just keeping it real. You have a choice. So let's get to the results because I think that's the only way we're going to be able to move forward is to have the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Brown versus Rutledge, when it comes to 1-year-old Sanaya Rutledge Brown, Mr. Rutledge, it has been determined by this court that you are her father.
What? Now what? What y'all gotta say now? What do y'all gotta say now? Exactly. I thought that's what y'all had to say.
I apologize. I just wanted to know for sure, Jazz. That's it, man.
But now you know, but you missed 16 months though.
You're right.
You been going through, how you
I
gonna
can
make that up though? I don't care how you feel about me, you
up.
go through my aunt if you don't wanna go through.
I can make that up.
I'm glad to hear you say
I can make that up.
And it was nice to hear you apologize.
Can I see her again?
Would you love to see your
I
daughter?
would love to see her. Is there any way we can go to counseling and work this out?
Absolutely. Now that's what I want to hear from a young man that knows he has a child with a woman that he needs to just work some things through with. The little girl, this beautiful little girl, Sanaya, is what's important. Take that with you, be the father I know you can be, and allow him that opportunity for your daughter's sake,
So
okay?
I ask.
I wish you the best of luck. Court is adjourned. Why don't you just be honest, Ms. Butler, and let us know whether you really believe Mr. Wilson is Nyana's biological father?
I really feel like she's his. I do.
So is that to say that if you had to doubt one of the children, you really didn't know if Zariah was his, but Nyana you're pretty confident about?
Yes. I am. Nyana's definitely yours.
You said that about the other one.
We just heard that same testimony, didn't we, Jerome?
Just heard the
But I
same.
did thought both of the kids was yours. Like, we always had sex without no condom. So that's why I don't understand. But Nyana's definitely yours, though.
It's a lottery, ma'am.
No, Nyana's definitely yours.
Let me compose myself because I want to get the information on Nyana because I do want her to know who her biological father is. And I'm disappointed, Miss Butler. I really am. You a mother.
No, she's not. No, she's not at all. Don't have a clue what being the mother is.
I do love my kids,
Don't have a
though.
clue what being the mother is.
I love my kids. And I do want to do better. I actually do.
I will repeat, whether you are performing the duties of a mother, doing the best you can, or whether you are just simply wallowing in dysfunction that prevents you from being the mother you know you should be. You are the children's mother if they came out your body. And I'm really disappointed at what I'm seeing from you. I know you're not that old, but you're old enough to know that this is not funny, and no, it's not cute, and it is unacceptable, this behavior.
It is.
If your children could sit here and truly understand the lack of respect and the lack of maturity their mother is showing as it relates to their paternity, their lives, they would be disappointed too. It's not fair.
Not at all.
So let's go on to Nyana. Can you take me to the nature of your relationship during the window of time when Nyana was conceived, Mr. Wilson? What was this relationship then?
She was living in an apartment, so I would come over periodically, check on the kids. We might have sex sometimes, but everybody in the apartment talking about everybody running out the house. And I caught a guy over there one time. I knocked on the door. She's trying to hide a dude in the bathroom. Multiple occasions.
There was not no multiple
multiple
occasions.
guys.
You only seen one thing.
I only seen it one time, but
Exactly.
everybody tell me. All apartments.
I'm always in the house. What you talking
Well,
about?
that's where you do all your nasty stuff in the house. I give her some money one time for the bills. She had some little young gangbanging dudes over there, stole her money. You know.
So this is all during when Nyana was conceived?
Yeah.
You got all that going on?
Yeah, she got all
hiding
that
men in
going
the
on.
bathroom and
Hiding
men
in
being
the
over there and
bathroom.
stealing the money, and every time you go over there, you still having sex with her. Now you old enough to know I don't know what you doing.
I know it. Well, I still loved her though. And I still cried.
I mean, really, you've had so much to say about her.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
And I'm trying to
wrong.
figure out where you coming from.
I'm wrong.
Almost 50 years old, running around here with this little girl that don't know whether she coming or going.
You right. And
In a hurry, going
feel myself for that.
nowhere fast. And you steady having sex with her with no protection and potentially making babies.
Yeah. I thought about that, and I was wrong. I thought we can get back together, because she always telling me we're going to get back together. And I wanted a family, you know what I'm saying? Because we already got my 2 kids. And, you know.
So this is all going on
I really
during,
love
hold
her.
on. This is all going on when Nyana was conceived.
Yes.
So we can pretty much say that there's paternity doubt here too, if that
Yes.
was going on. And Miss Butler, who were you dating other than Mr. Wilson? Because he even says you weren't living together, so he was kind of coming and going, and you were also dating other people. Do you know definitively who you were dating at that time?
I mean, I wasn't dating, but I did see the guy like a couple of times, and
You know who the guy is?
yeah, but we didn't have.
There's multiple guys.
No, it was like one guy that I can
Multiple
remember.
guys.
I mean, like
Multiple guys, man.
we did try to have sex, but we did use a condom, and like he didn't even finish. Like he never.
That's the story from Zariah, and that one didn't pan out.
Yeah, they didn't
But
work.
I did that.
Multiple guys.
So you just having sex with a whole bunch of guys that can't finish.
Thank you. I'm the only one can handle my business.
We trying to figure out Miss Butler gonna handle hers. Who else? Who is it?
With Nyana?
Who were you? With Nyana. We're at Nyana now. We want to understand the facts surrounding her conception. Were you just with Mr. Wilson, or were you also with one or more men as well?
I mean, I did see like
Tell the truth.
one guy
Tell the
that
truth.
he seen. That was him.
That's what I caught her with.
That
Tell the
was
truth.
it though.
Tell the truth.
Like-
Tell the truth.
So
was it.
how did you catch her, Mr. Wilson?
I knocked on the door. She's like, who is it? She didn't know it was me. And I looked through the window. I seen the dude, when she found out it was me, I seen the dude trying to run to the bathroom. So I punched through the window. And, you know, I got my kids in there. Got my son sitting on the couch looking crazy. He looking all nervous. You know, while she in the back room entertaining company.
The kids are out in the front room and you back in the room with men?
Yes.
Hold up.
She went with multiple. That's the only time I caught her physically.
I mean,
but
we was-
everybody in the apartment told me she'd been with multiple men.
That's a lie right
Everybody.
there. That's definitely a lie.
Everybody.
That's a
Everybody.
lie. You making that up. That's a lie.
All right, so you go and you punch through the window because the guy is running out through the bathroom and you believe she was having sex with this guy during the window of time when Nyana was conceived.
Yes.
What else?
Just been my past. Then the guys in the apartment telling me,
No, he
Everybody
just
been up in the apartment?
He just been thinking and guessing.
I ain't been guessing.
That's all he been doing.
People don't know me like that. They wouldn't lie to me. Man, your baby mama, man, she gonna have this dude, that dude. You know.
my God.
Everybody told
So,
me.
Mr. Wilson, what happened when you found out she was pregnant with Nyana?
I
Tell
told her
me
it wasn't
that.
my baby. I told her it wasn't my baby.
So you said, Nyana's not my child.
Yes.
And when he told you that, Miss Butler, what did you say?
I said, Nyana is his. I said it. Nyana is his.
And when I seen the baby, I knew the baby wasn't mine.
I mean, she kind of do look like you.
And so take me to the pregnancy. Take
Y'all
me
did?
to the pregnancy. Did you participate in the pregnancy when Nyana?
Not really, I didn't.
You was actually there though. You was there.
I wasn't really there.
When I was pushing out Nyana, I think you was there.
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was not there. I didn't get, I was not there when she had the baby. I was not there. I was there when my 2 children was born.
Okay, so did you put Mr. Wilson's name on the birth certificate as father on Nyana's birth certificate?
No.
She know the baby ain't mine.
Did you give the baby his last name?
No.
She knew the baby wasn't mine.
I know Nyana is yours, but I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So why did the other two get his last name? The other two, you gave the children his last name. Zariah and Nyana, you didn't. Why?
Because with them two, he know that them was his, so and he was actually there.
You say you just didn't do it.
No, I just didn't do it. I just didn't.
So Nyana is 19 months old. What kind of relationship does she have with Mr. Wilson?
None at all. He don't really come by to see her. Nothing really.
Can't come by. Too many men running in and out.
Oh my gosh.
Can't come by. I'm scared to go over there.
So how do you see the other kids, the two?
They live with me. I took them from her house and moved them in with me. I didn't want them kids to be around that mess.
So you have the two
I
kids
have my 2 kids.
with your last name.
Yes.
But the other two, they're at Ms. Butler.
Yeah, I can't take some ain't mine.
Have you spent any time with Nyana? Have you gotten to know
I don't
her
have
at all?
no bond with her at all.
No.
No fatherly bond or nothing of the sort. I might have seen her 5 times.
In 19 months?
Yes.
And how does that make you feel, Ms. Butler? I mean, you're saying you really do believe he's Nyana's biological father, but he doesn't do anything or spend any time with her?
Well, ma'am, I do a lot for all the kids because that's the kind of person I am. Her first birthday, I bought a birthday cake, bought her presents, but she didn't do nothing for her own kids,
It's not about the presents, it's about the presence
Thank you.
of the parent.
Exactly. That's what she's talking about.
And I'm concerned that the babies didn't get any presents from you and you aren't present for them.
Not at all.
I was present.
It's sad.
So here we are. Nyana's 19 months, so I guess she doesn't have anybody to say dad. She don't even say that because she didn't have anybody, right? Or who is it?
Kevin?
Does she have a father figure? What does she have?
Nothing really.
Multiple guys. She don't know. She got that baby confused.
Does she call anybody daddy or dad? Does she call anybody that?
No, I don't think she can even say dad yet.
She confused, baby confused.
She not
So many
confused, she
multiple
just
dudes
not
coming in and
saying it
out.
yet.
She don't even know.
Oh my God.
Baby don't even know, ma'am. I'm telling you. She ain't no way she could know. Multiple guys running in and out.
So if you are her biological father, Mr. Wilson.
Coming with me.
No.
I can't have them babies like that. Them little girls.
No,
man.
that's not happening.
And you can't have no little girls around somebody like this.
But the only problem is you're not on the birth certificate yet.
But we can change that.
No.
Because it's laws. Because them kids, man, they don't deserve no mother like that.
No, I said I want to do better, so.
You been saying that for
I'm
5 years.
going to do better, so be
For
quiet.
5 years. And she ain't changed a bit, Yana.
You don't
Haven't
know.
changed a bit. I do know.
You don't even
I
live
do
with
know.
So,
me.
Miss Butler, what if Mr. Wilson is not?
That just can't happen. That just can't be.
You said that the first time.
Okay, but I know for a fact she is yours. So that can't be.
Have you thought about what if he's not?
No. I know for a fact she's definitely his.
Yeah, that about Zariah.
You did.
Damn. But she is yours.
Okay, we'll find out in just a moment.
We're gonna find out right now because I'm about sick of y'all. Give me a result. I really am. This is just so raggedy.
Yeah, it is, Reg.
No, it really is. And you sitting up in here just talking like you on a playground somewhere. Just no, what? When listen to me. Stomach growing instead of your mind. No. You don't get to come in here with 4 babies and do that silly nonsense in front of me. That may work for them raggedy guys you used to dealing with, but that don't work for me. All that whining and smiling and hair pulling and no. That's a no. And the only reason they falling for it is so you get on your back. And you steady doing it.
Easy.
Sitting up here with these babies running around here, don't know who the daddy is, and you sitting up here smiling and laughing, and Mr. Wilson, you in here co-signing like you on here, like you gonna get you a robe and a gavel, but you over there sleeping with a girl 20-something years younger with you, and you know she not developed up here enough to even be processing all this. All of y'all. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Wilson versus Butler, when it comes to 19-month-old Nyana Butler, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Wilson, you are the father.
My little baby.
Yeah, Mr. Righteous, you done missed 19 months of that little baby's life.
Well, I can make up for it.
Yeah.
No.
You better start making up for it now. Both of you all better start making up for some stuff. All this blessings both of you all got, I didn't get to have my son until I was 41. And boy, I thank the Lord. I was so grateful just to get one. I know you struggling. And what I've learned now is sometimes you can get so lost. If I shine the light for you, you wouldn't even see it. You got to get some help, baby. Look at me. You got to get some help. Because when I look at you, you can barely look me in the eye. So I know what I'm saying is true. And I know even though you may play stupid, you not. Back here, you understand what I'm saying. Do you not?
Yes.
Let's stop this game, because you losing, and so are the kids. Go talk to Dr. Jeff. Tell the truth. He don't have no time for you to sit up in there and make up lies. And he don't want to see you in there playing with your hair and doing your little shtick that you do. Play it out. Go in there and tell the truth. Do it for your children. Do it for Zariah.